Hi everyone. So today's problem of the day is minimum common value, and it is an easy question. And what is given in description? Given two integers array nums1 and nums2, sorted in non-descending order. That means it is sorted in increasing order. Return the minimum integer common to both arrays. If there is no common integer amongst nums1 and nums2, return -1. Note that an integer is said to be common to nums1 and nums2 if both array have at least one occurrences of that integer. So if we will see the first example, we have this nums array, nums1 array, and nums2 array. And in nums1 array, it is given 1, 2, 3, and nums2 it is 2, 4. If we will see for the lowest common integer among both of these, so we can see in this nums1 array there is 1. But if we will try to see for 1 in this nums2 array, we are not able to find 1. So we will again move to 2. To 2 we can find in both arrays, and 2 is the minimum possible, so we can return 2. So if we will see for the constraint in this question, constraint is nums1 and nums2 array length will be starting from 1 till 10 to the power 5. If it is 10 to the power 5, that means we need to find solution in n or n log n time complexity. If it is something like 10 to the power 4, then we will be having this option to find a solution in n square time complexity. So first to see if it is 10 to the power 4, and if we are trying to solve it with the help of brute force approach. What we can do in brute force approach? In brute force approach, we can basically use two loops. One will traverse this nums1 array. For nums1 array, we will use one for loop, and we will inside for loop we will use for the nums2 array. This is nums1 and this is nums2 array. So we will be checking for every element of nums1. If it is present in nums2, then we can basically return that element, and if we will move out of these two for loops, we can basically return -1, that we are not able to find any common integers. So this is the brute force approach, and it will take since we are using two for loops, so it will take n square time complexity, and in our question n is till 10 to the power 4. So if we will try to solve it with this, so it will be 10 to the power 10, which is greater than 10 to the power 8. So we will be getting TS. We need to find some solution in big of n or big of n log n time complexity. So here we need to see which data structure we can use so that we are able to we are able to find solution within these time complexity. So we know about the map. So what we can use map in this question. So what map basically will do? Map will basically store all these element nums1 element, like I can say ki one is coming one times. Then I will traverse this nums1 array, and I can store that in map. That my one is coming one time, my two is coming one time, my three is coming one time, my six is coming one time. This is done. My map is ready. Then what I can do, I can start traversing my nums2 array. So if I traversing through nums2 array, so I can check if my two is present in the map or not. I'm able to find two, I can basically return two. Easiest, like it will take big of big of n time complexity. We are able to solve this using map. The same thing I have done in my solution. I initialize this map, and I am storing my my all elements in the map, and I initialize my answer as int max. Why I have initialized with int max? Because I need to find a minimum value. So I have initialized it with the maximum value. So then I started reversing through my this nums2 array, and I will try to see if my nums2 of I is present in the map or not equals to not equals to mp dot n. That means we are able to find this nums2 of I in my map. So if I'm able to find, I can do answer equals to minimum of answer comma nums2 I. Then what I can do, I can basically see outside of this loop, if my answer equals to int max, then I can basically return -1. And that means I'm not able to find. I initialize with int max, and I at the end also I'm getting int max. So I can return -1 that I am not able to find the solution. If it is not equals to infinite, then I can return my answer. In this case, we can do one more thing, like our arrays are sorted in increasing order. So in starting, there will always be the minimum value, then the later element. So basically, I can do one more thing. Instead of writing this line, I can basically return nums to of I also. It will also work. And at the end, in this case, I will not be. I don't want to write this line also, and I can basically return -1. This solution will also work. Like I can basically return nums2 of I inside of this for loop, and if I'm able to find values, and if I'm coming out of this for loop, that means I am not able to find any values, so I can basically return -1. So we can do both these things. Both will take, in worst case, both will take time complexity will be big of n only. And space complexity, we will see space complexity will be big of n because we are using one map. So yeah, thank you.